Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So as you guys are probably already aware, the Olympic ceremony that decided that it would be a good idea to mock God caused a great deal of outrage around the world. That kind of tends to happen when when your small little minority group decides that it would be a good idea to mock the number one religion in the world. And I was even seeing people of different faiths coming together and going, this is unacceptable. This is not right. Even some people in France were going, what is happening here? How in the world has this got to do with sport? You may be wondering and trying to figure out for yourself. I know I was. It's got nothing to do with sport, ladies and gentlemen. The Olympics is an organization bent, or hell bent, I should say, on destroying the very fabric of society as we know it, and only pandering to the little minority group known as the LGBT whatever community, if you want to call them that, by all means. Now, the backlash and the outrage from billions of people around the world was so immense and so well heard, as it damn well should have been, because why in the world would you do this sort of thing? And I saw, have a look at this. So here is a actual quote from Barbara Butch. Butch is this person's last name. Barbara Butch is the fat queer person with the crown on this person's head. I don't know if it's I don't know who the person is in terms of biological sex. So here is what this person says in response to all of the backlash and the mockery that this group decided to do and portray. Oh yes, the new gay testament. Are you honestly just trying to infuriate Christians even more? Because that's exactly what you're doing. You not only think it's a good idea to mock God, but then you want to just try and change the whole entire Bible to suit your own desires and your own means, which is even more of a mockery, because we know what the Bible actually says in regards to the whole transgender and gay community. They don't like that, so they want to change it. And by the way, the last video that I made about this actually blew up on the internet, which I'm glad that it did. It needs to be heard, and it needs to be known that Christians are not just going to bow down and allow this stuff to happen. We've been taking this stuff, this like honestly of our the mockery and the abuse of our Savior far too long. We've been going, all right, whatever, we can't do anything. No, we can use our voice, and our voices need to be heard. It's about time that Christians actually go, you know what? We're sick and tired of our Savior being mocked. We know that our Savior is going to have the last laugh, but that does not mean that we just be silent. So therefore, knowing full well that my Savior is being mocked, I'm going to use my voice, and I'm going to say enough is enough. Stop it. You wouldn't mock Islam, which a lot of people seem to go, you wouldn't do that because Paris would burn to the ground within overnight, effectively speaking. They wouldn't mock Buddhism. We can't do that, but let's mock the number one religion in the world. And let's make it LGBT because we don't like it. The Bible doesn't like it, or God doesn't like it, and God said not that we shouldn't accept it. I understand we live in a free, democratic society, and people have said that in a free democratic society, you can say whatever the hell you want to say, and we'll defend you from saying it. The point is that I'm trying to raise, on a global stage, you want to do this. What has it got to do with sport? First and foremost. Secondly, they're making a statement. When people start showing you who the hell they are, you better well damn well listen to them. Now, again, because of this backlash, because a lot of people were using their voices and letting it be known that they're not happy with this, and, well, one thing the Olympics needs is eyeballs so they can actually make some money, because the sponsors, they ended up losing some sponsors And then more than that, the Olympics deleted their own video of the opening ceremony because it was being criticized so much. Now, the video that I made yesterday actually has more views than the opening ceremony highlights. Believe it or not, the comment section went nuts. It was being obliterated by people that were angry at what the Olympics did. Now, here's another interesting thing too. Sponsors, like I said, are pulling their advertising money and their brand deals with the Olympics at the moment. Telecommunications company C Spire has pulled all advertising from the Olympics after they mocked Christianity in their opening ceremony. Should more companies follow their lead? Absolutely, they should. Not only should people start boycotting the Olympics, but all these companies should go, we don't stand with this sort of stuff. Let's make a stand. Let's make a statement to the Olympic Committee that allowed this to actually happen, that we do not stand for this nonsense and this blasphemy and this mockery anymore. You cannot go, oh, it's okay to mock Christians, but it's not okay to mock Islam. For goodness sake, man, that's not right. So not only did that actually happen, the Olympics has gone, as we know, incredibly woke, and they're eventually going to go broke because no one, if people see this, they're going to know, I'm not going to watch it, which also affects the athletes, I'll have you know, which work damn hard to get there, which is sad. But apparently I saw an article which said that there are 150 something gay and trans athletes in the Olympics, which is a lot, if you ask me, to know what it takes to get to the Olympics. It takes a lot. So if you've got 150 of them that are part of the LGBT, whatever, which is exactly why they decided to do this stuff, by the way, which is exactly why they thought it was a good idea to mock Christianity. They're going, you know what, guys? This is the Olympics. Let's make a statement to the entire world that we do not care what God thinks. We do not care what the Christians think. We're going to make a statement and we're going to mock the most significant, aside from the cross, one of the most significant aspects of the Christian faith, the Last Supper. Let's do that. And let's give it a more modern day approach, shall we? And also, I don't know if you saw this, but one of the drag queens, a dude, had his testicles hanging out during the ceremony. So more perversion. Let's just have nudity as part of their rendition of the Lord's Supper. Unbelievable. Here's a photo of what I think of the 2024 Olympics. It's Piers Morgan goes, by the way, what the F was all this about? A drag queen mockery of the Last Supper at the Olympics? Would they have mocked any other religion like this? Appalling decision. So even Piers Morgan agrees. This stuff is nonsense. Look at this. Then, back in the day with Donald Trump, now got a drag queen that looks like a demon holding the flame. Isn't that quite the imagery for you? Piers Morgan also goes, unsurprising fury. Imagine if they mocked Islam like this. The other interesting factor that I saw, Bishop Barron was talking about how in France, there are a lot of cathedrals. There's a lot of spiritual significance. Yes, we know that a lot of people in France are woke, and a lot of it has been taken over by Islam at the moment because of the immigration crisis they've got going on. But still, there is a religious factor in France. They're not all gone. There's quite a few French people I know that are Christians. Now, here's another interesting thing. So whether or not you're looking for a more, miraculous or supernatural thing to actually take place and God's going, nah, I'm sick of this. Maybe you could say it in this case, but Paris last night was plunged into darkness after major power outages gripped parts of the city during the Olympics. Now, it's also interesting to me because if you are the hosting country, right, and you don't have the infrastructure, power being one of the main things they actually have during the Olympic Games, if you don't have that and it suddenly blows when the Olympic Games actually starts, you've got a significant problem. Now, if you want to say that's a supernatural event or man-made event, whatever floats your boat, I'm going to say that uh, God's not happy. And I don't think some of the people that work for the power company were also happy about what they saw. Maybe they're Christians. Maybe they decided to go, you know what, let's turn off the power and see how they like that. How do you like me now? Kind of deal. Gays against groomers about the man and the horrible testicles. Just I can't believe the sheer depravity that's going on. But we know, as in the days of Noah, so shall it be when the Christ is going to return in the last days. And Morgan McMichael goes, the globalist elites are the ones making the Olympics unbearable. And here's what Hazel Appleyard posted. I think this is actually pretty funny, to be honest with you. Who did this? I want to know who did it as well, because hilarious. But anyway, my friends, honestly, this kind of stuff, although it's maddening, I get it. I'm a Christian. I understand the frustration. I understand the sheer depravity. But the good thing is the voices have been heard. Keep up the great work. Let's continue to boycott this nonsense and let our voices be known that we won't take this stuff anymore, any longer. Enough is enough. Do not mock God, because eventually you're going to find out why it's not a good job, not a good idea to mock God. Anyway, my friends, you take care. You be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.